Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of the Black Albinism podcast. I'm your host today. My name is Gashusha. Today, we have a very interesting topic where we are going to discuss being male with albinism. And today, I'm joined by my good friend, Alan Herbert. Karibu sana.
Asante sana. And I think this conversation is going to be rather interesting.
Very interesting.
But you said me is your good friend.
Yeah.
Probably we can tell people when we first met. I remember this is 2018.
Okay.
If I'm not wrong. Take us back to 2018.
Okay, 2018. Was it at the Amani conference or at
In Meru County.
So we met in Meru County.
Yes.
What was the name of that place?
Let me see if I remember. It's called Igoji. It's in Igoji.
Yeah.
Is it South Imenti or North Imenti? Something like that.
Yeah.
And it was at a place called Amani Children something. It was deep in Meru, and that was quite an exciting time.
Do you remember the morning run?
I remember hyping up people. Oh, let's go out and do a jog. Let's go out. I don't know if it's a problem that I have, but whenever I go to a new place, I have a small morning routine.
Yeah.
Where I wake up and do some sit-ups or some push-ups, not to be bulky, but to be healthy.
Yeah, true.
And I remember when we were in Meru for that particular Amani conference, it was I did tell people too, but not many. You yourself, you did not show up.
We were with you. We were with you. We are the only guys who woke up.
Yes.
And went to the morning run. Remember, we almost got lost.
Yeah, and we asked for directions yet again.
Of course, and then.
My goodness.
But
actually, you're talking about getting lost. Yeah. I'm vividly remembering that particular day.
Okay.
And I remember villagers showing us, giving us directions.
Yeah, go that way. Go that way.
And we almost were left out on tea on that particular day.
No,
because
the other dudes had not woken up, my friend. Other dudes had not woken up in that room where we were, and we were the first one to shower.
Yeah,
you went first, then I went, and then those guys. That was the time they were waking up. Oh my God, it was 7 a.m.
Yeah,
and we had gone around 6 a.m.
Yeah, 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
6 a.m. It was.
And
beautiful times.
Yeah.
Beautiful times.
To my surprise.
Yes.
To my surprise.
Yeah. Since 2018, we went for that, and actually, the funny thing is, that 2018 was my very first time to see a number of persons with albinism in the same place.
All right.
I really found it fascinating. For some reason.
Yeah.
Weird as it might sound.
Yes.
Until that time, until 2018,
yes,
I had not met so many persons with albinism.
Okay.
Yeah. I had not seen so many persons with albinism in the same place. And I don't know if you noticed, but I would sit down and just look around, listen to people talk. I used to be very quiet,
true.
You
used to be very quiet.
And I would be amazed of those magnitude of numbers. But fast forward, now here we are, Black Albinism.
Yes.
Yeah, some of the guys that we met there went on to build Black Albinism. We are still with some of those guys.
Yes.
Some of them have already dropped off, but the dream still lives on.
Of
Whoever
course.
knew that we would be on a podcast?
It must live on.
Black Albinism podcast.
Nobody would have known that.
Yeah.
And if you were surprised to be among many people with albinism, how about the villagers? How about the villagers, my friend?
That is a very good question that you're asking. Because if I was fascinated, what about? Remember when we went to the falls?
Yeah, we went to the falls.
There is a place that has falls out there, and it was quite amazing. People looking at us, and
everybody
it
was
was just a
looking at us.
fascinating time.
Even the children who used to cook for us.
Yeah.
For the first day, they were very surprised. They saw how many shuttles? Were these 3 shuttles?
They were 3 shuttles, if I'm not wrong.
And then they are all full with people with albinism,
Yes,
men and women. Oh my God.
how they call us wazungus, and
Yeah.
graciously tell them, hey,
Yeah.
we're not wazungus, we're X, Y, and Z.
Yes. But that is hard to explain, right?
Yeah, very, very hard to explain.
And it's also hard to convince one that you're not Mzungu.
You know, when our skin, definitely.
Yeah.
If somebody does not look closely, definitely the first thing that would come to their mind is, look at that Muzungu person.
Yeah, look at that Mzungu. Modogo.
Do you want to bring in that Muzungu Waroiro?
Yeah. Everybody calls me Mwaura.
Yes.
Hey, Mwaura.
Hey,
Hey, how is Parliament and everything? Yeah.
And you
Everybody
wonder,
calls me Mwaura.
will I ever make it to Parliament?
Imagine.
But I think we also need to, before we even continue with the conversation that we're supposed to be having,
Yeah.
sometimes we need to give credit where it's due.
Yes.
The said former Senator Isaac Mwaura, now nominated to become a cabinet, how is it called? CAS, Cabinet Assistant Secretary.
Okay.
Is it? I hope I'm getting the name right. He was nominated to the prime cabinet minister.
Yes.
Position to be the CAS.
CAS.
Yeah.
I
You heard the news?
Yes, I had the news.
Yeah.
Which is very good. It's a milestone. But man, we need to be voted in.
Yeah.
Like the color man. You know.
Yeah.
Me being voted in as a MCA in my area. Me being voted in as a member of parliament.
There is one guy from Meru, not Meru. Oh my goodness, Meru living on. But this guy is from Webuye.
Webuye.
East or west? I'm not really sure, but what I know he's called Wanyonyi. Yes,
Wanyonyi guy.
Yeah, Wanyonyi. Tim Wanyonyi, if I'm not.
Yes, Tim Wanyonyi.
Tim Wanyonyi is the guy from Westlands. He's the member of parliament Westlands. But this guy is the gentleman is called Martin Wanyonyi.
Yeah, Martin Wanyonyi.
Yes, from Webuye West. First person to be elected with Albinism to the National Assembly.
Okay. After being nominated as a MCA.
Yes, as a member of county assembly. That was quite amazing.
That's a milestone.
That's a big milestone.
We should look for the guy, yeah? We should look for the guy and interview him. Yeah, we should invite the guy. And he tells us what is the secret? What did he do?
Yeah.
How did he get there? Because that's an achievement.
Even I think probably not the right time, the right term, but what amount of gaslighting do you need to do to yourself?
Yeah.
That sort of chest thumping that you need to do to yourself to make sure to say, I can do this thing. I am going to see it to the end. Yeah?
Yes. I'm going to make it light. I'm going to create.
Have you been since it's been a minute since we last
It's been a minute.
Up, yeah.
It's been a minute. Okay. I've been good.
Yes.
I've been adventurous. I've never
adventurous as always.
Yes, as
I
always.
remember you wandering off. You're a man who likes wandering off.
I like wandering off. I like seeing new things.
Yeah.
I like when I take a walk, I have clear mind.
Yeah.
That is when I think. That is when I start creating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm a farmer, my friend.
You are a farmer.
Yeah.
Take us through the journey. How did you discover that?
It was back in 2020. You remember?
COVID days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since when we met, since in 2018, I was still in college.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was doing my diploma back then in hospitality.
Yeah.
But things turned the way they were.
Yeah.
And we found ourselves in
the pandemic.
In the pandemic.
Yeah.
I just started producing kienyeji. Yeah. People had come back home.
Yeah.
Now they were looking for this indigenous foodstuffs, vegetables to cook. Me and my friends, we decided, now let's do this thing.
Yeah.
Now let's do this thing. Two of them drop off. And
consistency, my guy.
Yeah, consistency. Consistency is an issue for creators. For the young people. We are not consistent. We need to be consistent.
Quick fix issues.
Yeah.
We are fond of things to be fixed very quickly.
Yeah, especially men.
Especially men.
Yeah.
Why are you being so categorical?
Because man, man, the world cannot do without man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you want to come with that supremacy narrative?
The world cannot do without man. A woman cannot do without man. Ask them.
Yes.
Ask even the feminists.
Yeah.
They cry. They cry after that is. Yeah, they cry. Yeah. But we don't want to touch that story today.
Yeah.
So, things started going well. I I got an invitation
Yes.
to the KCB Young Africa Works program, where we're doing this new set of farming
Yeah.
called hydroponics.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when God did God did these things, and I got to have an opportunity
Yeah.
to continue building this career, and that's when Haraya Organic was officiated.
Haraya Organics.
Haraya Organics. Yeah, now Haraya Organics is still a young kid.
Yeah.
It's growing. We do tomatoes.
Yeah.
We split it with my partner late last year.
Yeah.
He's doing strawberry, but the company is still the same.
Yeah.
Still growing. We needed to spread the risk.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm in that year of production. I'm going to that year of production. I'm going to start the season this coming month.
Yeah.
Another that season now. Yeah, and it's very interesting. It is upcoming. It is something worth building.
Yeah.
Let's build things from scratch and see them stand.
Yeah.
Ask the Indians. Ask the Indians.
Man is a builder.
They'll tell you.
Yeah.
Those people have built, and we need to build. That's why we are talking about boy child with albinism. Yeah.
And I remember for me since 2018, and I think our journeys are sort of the same, because also in 2018 I was still in college myself.
Oh yeah, I remember in some college we were doing mass communication
Mass
stuff.
communication, journalism.
Yes.
And 2018 to now, how many years are those? 4 years?
4 years.
4 5 years?
4 5 years
Yeah,
down the
4
line.
5 years down the line, graduated out of journalism school. Went into the field,
Yes, yes.
working with one of the TV stations in the country,
Uh-huh.
and just as the dream was then, the
Yes.
Black Albinism organization, still strong, a
Still
football
strong.
team. Now we are implementing a project on climate change.
Okay.
Now here we are, the Black Albinism podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, we are still morphing into different things, into different spaces.
Of course.
That that would want to do and to actualize.
Yeah.
And I when you said being a male with albinism, I don't think it's any special.
It's not special at all.
In any way. But I believe a man is supposed to allow himself to become the best, or to become the most that he can. I think the words are to become the most that he can.
Yes.
Not the best, but the
most.
most that you could become, because
Yes.
I believe we haven't got any limitations.
Yeah.
The only thing we need to do is explore more.
Yes.
And see what can we achieve.
Yeah.
And also I think when many I do not want to call them motivational speakers, but many people would opine
Yes.
that when you are in your 20s, this is the time for you to be able to explore
Yes.
and discover who you really are, so that by the time you are in your 30s, you have already clearly identified
You have to-
what you want to do in your life.
Okay.
Let nobody put any pressures on you when you're still in your 20s. Do your thing,
Yes.
explore all that you can become,
Yes.
and then as a stumbling block, use these stumbling blocks now to build into the kind of life
Yes.
that you would want.
Yes.
That is a whole masterclass.
That's the master class. True. And
Yes.
it takes a lot of time to master things.
Definitely.
Yeah, it can go up to 40s, eh?
Yes.
So a man should
a
not
man
have
never
limits.
becomes until he's 40.
A man, as he ages,
Yes.
the more he becomes fine wine. You know,
Yeah.
as a man grow,
Yes.
that's when his value increases. The level of his value goes up,
Yeah.
up and up and up and up, because man has no limits.
Yeah.
You should not limit your ambitions. You should not limit your dream. And I remember when I was a young guy.
Yes. Oh my goodness, a young guy. Everybody has stories to tell about when they were young.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Tell us how was
when I was a boy growing up, I used to be confined in that bubble. That bubble called no melanin bubble.
Yeah.
I used to see myself different and more inferior
Yeah.
than others. I couldn't even do better
Yeah.
as other guys. Even socializing, I could not socialize with them because I had this one limit,
Yeah.
which was my skin. I used to beat up myself each and every day. Why I'm not doing the best?
Yeah.
Yet I'm the only one who's limiting myself.
Yeah.
Niko kwa hiyo bubble ya no melanin.
Yeah.
my skin is white.
Different from
I
other
sit at the front
Mm.
with like a monoculus. Yeah,
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
with like a monoculus.
Yeah.
And the teacher is teaching math.
Mm.
Eh?
And
So
you ain't
because you had applied sunscreen in the morning
Yeah.
and you have sweaty skin,
Yeah.
so you can imagine
You can
when
imagine
that sweat
kind of
enters your
disaster.
eyes.
Yeah.
That's a
Oh my
disaster.
goodness.
Yeah, and
Oh my
so
goodness.
you have missed 2 or 3 mathematics steps.
Classes, yeah.
Yeah, but here I am.
Do you know, there are people that I envy.
Uh-huh.
I envy persons with albinism who are good at STEM because
Yeah.
at STEM subjects, that is sciences.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I envy
sciences.
them too.
I envy them because
Uh-huh.
when you talk about that experience of doing mathematics and
Yes,
you
yes.
are short-sighted,
Yeah.
you have to stand in front of the blackboard. I remember there is a story that I produced for some project that I was with, I was working with, and it was called the Blackboard Boy. And
Blackboard boy.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because me, just like you, I used to stand in front of the blackboard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
For subjects that really needed me to be in front of the blackboard, and particularly
Yeah.
mathematics,
Yes.
because the teacher could not dictate a
Yeah.
whole formula of
Yes.
how to do the Pythagorean theory.
That's very hard.
You had to stand in front of the blackboard for you to
Yeah.
be able to get it.
Yes.
And as you stand in front of the blackboard, definitely you are going to block off other students who are
And
also
the teacher will sometimes come in angry. So
Exactly.
he will shove you off.
Exactly, yeah.
You know?
But how did you deal with that? How did you spoke about the bubble? How did you come out of the bubble?
You know, I have been in that bubble for my whole education system.
Yeah.
Right from primary to Form 4.
Yes.
Now, when I came outside here and I went to college, things were different.
Yeah.
And I realized now I should stop pitying myself. I should stop looking down on myself.
Yeah.
And that's how I began coming out of the bubble. Right now, nobody can tell me anything.
Yeah.
You know, I also realize now I should not even be employed by anybody. I'm not working for anyone.
You're working for yourself.
I'm working for myself.
That kind of just thumping.
I have to create.
Yes.
I have to create because no one has ever created. I've never seen anyone create. So I have to know. I have to learn the hard way.
Yes.
How do I go about this? You know, I came out of that bubble,
Yeah.
out of that comfort zone. Sometimes I still have traces of them because sometimes I beat myself up, I pity myself, sometimes I hate myself.
Yeah.
You know, but I should not do all that. I remember I had some voice in my head that told me, now you should stand for yourself.
Yeah.
You should be your biggest fan. Those are
Oh
the
my
words
goodness.
I always tell myself. You should have your own back before you
Expect anybody else
before you
to have
count
your
on
back.
other people.
Yeah. Can you count on yourself?
Can I count on myself? Now that was a difficult thing to do.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't even trusting myself. I wasn't even sure of who I am. You know, you cannot know yourself in a day.
Yeah.
You cannot even know yourself in 10
It's a
years.
journey.
It will take time.
Yeah.
You might even die before you fully know
Before you
yourself.
discover yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a journey. It's everyone that must go through.
Yeah.
So, and we should not be in a hurry. When you're creating,
Yeah.
when you're moving up through a process, you should not hurry the process because you will miss the important details that will bring you to your downfall.
Yeah.
Ama will bring you back to square one.
Yes. And probably people might be wondering, you said you went through primary school and high school.
Yes.
Up until college, that's when you sort of started to sort of shake off that bubble.
Yeah,
so that you
shake off
start
that
realizing
bubble.
yourself.
Yeah.
Which were some of your coping mechanisms when you're still in secondary, in high school and primary school? Because either way, you made it through.
I made it through.
How did you make it through? How did you deal with the mother kids who were trying to pick on you? Yeah, calling names on you. How did you do that?
You know, I was very aggressive person.
Were you very aggressive, or you never wanted anybody to disturb you?
I was very aggressive because everybody used to step all over me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm from that cocoon where everybody steps all over you. Everybody calls you name.
Yeah, everybody calls you names. Paint a picture for us. How was school like for you?
School life for me?
How would a day look like for you in school? Say it's Monday. Now you are in school.
It's on a Monday
How
morning.
does it look for you?
and I got to school late. And I got caned like any other kid who went to school late and collected papers.
Yes.
Of course, we would have a bad day. Yeah, and then there's those guys, those group of boys.
Yeah.
Who used to poke you. They must poke you each and every day. They must call you names. So I used to be abusive.
Yeah.
I was the king of Chongoano.
You had all the slang.
Yeah, you will come and tell me
This
a thing.
Yeah.
You will tell me I'm Zungu. Because
Yeah.
sometimes I used to hate the name Simon.
Yeah.
That's why I dropped it. Because they had changed it to Sambusa. Can you imagine someone calling you Sambusa?
Yes. Why did they call you? Did you look like a samosa or?
I don't know. you know, boys. You know, boys.
Yeah.
Boys will always be boys. And then now we had this.
Did you go to an only boys' school or you
No.
went to a mixed school?
I went to a mixed school.
Yeah.
It's called Mokarara Primary School.
Yeah.
Because I grew up in Dago.
Yeah.
All my schooling I've done it in Dago.
Yeah.
It's only my business that is not in Dago. Yeah. But everything else,
Yeah.
Dagoretti South.
Yeah.
That's where from kindergarten
Yeah.
to college. I went
Dago.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Dagoretti.
Take us back to a day in school. How did it look like?
Okay, another day, there is no dictation. When it comes to mathematics, I used to hate it.
Yeah.
Especially when we are doing construction. The teacher must
Draw on the blackboard.
draw on the blackboard.
Yeah.
And you remember you're using a monoculars. I don't know why they used to make us suffer. They should have developed some devices.
Yeah.
We know like a tablet.
Yeah.
What the teacher is doing there's a tutorial going through there. We will think of such things when you get resources anyway.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't want a kid suffer what I suffered.
Yeah.
You know? Now,
Yeah.
the day used to be long. You don't know how to read well. Because we are many students.
Yeah.
We are about like 60 of us. So
The teacher does not have the
the
time
teacher
to
does not
focus
have
on
the time
you
to focus.
alone.
Yeah, does not have that time. And the friends you could rely on, they're the ones who are calling you names.
And picking on you.
Yeah, but we used to help each other anyway. They used to
Yeah.
help me because I was the dumbest person in that place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I everything, even exams, I used to cheat.
Cheat.
It's like sitting with my friend there,
All
asking,
right.
hey, that's the answer to this question. Because now education was not in my mind.
Yeah.
Because I'm not understanding. I'm not getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah. When the teacher is writing on the board, what should I do? I cannot see. Even if I use a monoculars,
Yeah,
I will not be speedy
Yeah.
as the teacher
Yeah.
and the other kids. So when I'm in this part, the blackboard used to be big. It used
Yeah.
to be divided in 3 parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a chalk that way. So when the teacher finishes writing here, he or she will come
Onto
and
the, rub it, yeah.
and rub this other part, and then we are still at the first part. The teacher has written to that end. Now he's coming back to this end. You're like, oh shit, I've missed it.
And that's how you lose complete
That's
interest.
how I lost complete interest.
Yeah.
Yeah, but wow. As we grew up, I developed some mechanism.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's this girl used to be my desk
Oh
mate.
my goodness.
I used to borrow her
Oh my
books
goodness.
and read.
There is always a girl somewhere.
There is always a girl somewhere who will save you.
Tell us about this girl. Did it end up to be something different?
No.
Or how was the experience?
Unfortunately, she transferred.
Okay.
She went to another school. Yeah, but now I had by the time she was leaving,
Yeah.
I had come back to my senses. And now the teachers were aware
Yeah.
of kids with albinism. They are aware of our needs.
Yeah.
And now maybe I used to get some extra help here and there. Yeah, that did not make me do very well in my KCP, but I was among the best in my class.
Yeah.
Yes, I was among the best in my class.
All right.
Yeah. From nothing to
something.
yeah.
And to give you a little bit of how my school was like, I remember, I think the most important thing that my mom did when she took me to school, she gave me to a particular teacher. And she said, kindly take care of this young lad for me.
Yes.
He has these challenges, this and this and this and this.
Okay.
And kindly communicate the same to other teachers so that they can understand the challenges or the limitations that he has.
Yeah.
And I think that, and I never changed schools. I joined that school when I was in class 3, if I'm not wrong, and this is in Kampala.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
In Kampala.
I did school in Kampala, and from class 3, I remember from class 3 up until class 7, because Uganda they go up until class 7.
Yes.
I was under the same school, and when the particular teacher that I was handed to was leaving school, she had already communicated or created the awareness within the school that this guy or this lad has these limitations, and this is the kind of assistance that he needs. But definitely, you never fail to find guys who pick on you. Yeah.
You will never fail to find. And they're the majority. Let me tell you, they're the majority
and
of
they
the guys
are the
you meet.
majority. But also, one of the mechanisms that I was able to come up with, I struck a balance between dictation and writing on the blackboard.
Okay.
Where it needed me to stand in front of on the blackboard, I did so. But now,
you had no otherwise anyway.
I did. What could I do? But I was so good in listening that whenever lessons of dictation were happening, I was always behind the teacher as they were speaking.
Of course.
So I was faster than all these other guys in class.
I remember. Me too. I remember.
You too?
Yeah, I had that mechanism.
I made friends with guys who could not write fast.
Yes.
So they would sit next to me. So everything I wrote, they replicated.
They replicated it.
So when I needed notes to copy or to rewrite because of mathematics or biology or science, they would give me their books.
Yes.
And we made a pact. If you do not give me this, you're not going to copy from my book when the teacher is dictating.
Yeah, you're not going to.
So you get to understand.
There must be conditions.
There must be conditions. So I got to learn how to trade. Basically, that was a trade.
Yes.
You give me this, I give you that.
Of course.
And
tools of trade.
Yeah, tools of trade. Yeah, and that is how I pushed through most of my primary school.
Yes.
I in Ugandan, the Uganda primary education, is it UPE, something like that.
Okay.
I got a second, what you'd call, there is the A class and then there is the B class. I was in the B class, in the B class, and I was proud of myself because even back at home, best of the marks that I used to take home, nobody expected that I would get that good marks.
Me too.
Yeah, so. That's basically how I went through. I went through primary school and trading with people, and also another mechanism that I used. I remember I was cheeky.
You were cheeky.
Yeah, I was cheeky, and play would not continue.
Yeah.
If I wasn't part of it. And
yes.
I would trade this to I always tell people that my grandmother played a detrimental role in me growing up and the kind of mindset or what I thought about myself, because she told me, Alan, if it's not you, there is nobody else.
Of course.
So I always had that mentality with me. Yeah, I always had that mentality.
Yeah.
So even if you told me any kind of nonsense, guess what?
Yeah.
I wouldn't listen to you, because in my brain, it always reverberated. My granny's voice always spoke to me.
Yeah.
It's either you or it's nobody else.
Yes.
Probably it was, if you listen to it, it would have sounded selfish.
Yes.
But
true.
it inculcated a system in me that gave me the opportunity to make sure that I always made sure that I rise up.
Yes.
No matter the situation.
No matter the situation.
Yeah, and all I can say is may her soul rest in eternal peace, because I lost her, if I remember right, in 2019.
Okay.
But the memories, the key lessons that she told me, live on.
Live on. Yeah.
And I also remember I was so cheeky that I was elected the head boy in primary school.
Allah. So, you made it.
So I was a leader. I was born to be a leader.
Yeah, you were born to lead. So you must lead.
Yeah. So such opportunities gave me the opportunity to always come up as a winner.
So you are an opportunist.
An opportunist in a good way.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, there are those who are opportunists, but not in a so good way. So
okay.
Yeah.
But where you benefit, it's all right.
Definitely. Yes. And why I was excited, there is this funny story that I have from primary school. And I remember In primary school, I think I was around class 6.
Yes.
And there is this girl that I had really liked.
Yes.
Yeah. You know that?
Yeah. I see.
Yeah, class 6. I think I was around 12.
12, yeah, 12, 12,
still
12.
still very young, but yeah, you know, when you're 12,
Yeah.
that's when you start to like people here and
Yes,
there,
yeah.
and
The adolescence. And
yeah, the
things.
adolescence starts kicking in, and what found me very fascinating is there is another guy or boy
Yes.
that was also interested in the
Oh, in
same,
her.
in the same. She was the it girl.
Okay.
Yeah, she was the it girl. She was the kind that everybody wanted. Yeah, to be friends with.
Yes.
Yeah, you get.
Yes, I get.
So and this lad was and it's funny. This guy had money. Yeah.
Okay.
At home they had money.
Oh,
and
they are
this,
well off.
yeah, they were well off, and this money he could buy sweets. So I don't know, but the lady was called Agnes.
Agnes.
Yeah, and funny story also, my granny was called Agnes, so probably that connection. Yeah.
So you had found
I
your
had-
grandma in her. Okay.
Yeah, I had found my grandmother in her.
Yes.
So, so this guy buys her sweets, and I felt like I was losing the contest. Yeah.
Yes.
So one day, my mom buys me sunglasses to protect me from the sun, because hey, the sun was
scorching.
working on me proper.
And your photolytic.
Yeah, and I go with these glasses to school. And I don't know, for some reason, I won back Agnes for about a week.
Allah.
Yeah, because I looked the guy.
Yeah,
With the
stunning
glasses.
looks.
Yeah,
Stunning
I
looks.
looked the guy.
I see.
So this guy saw he was losing.
Yeah.
And in school I don't know if it was a good habit or a bad habit. I was an entrepreneur.
Nice. That's a good habit.
Everything I would sell.
Yes.
I would convince you to buy stuff. Even if you did not want to buy it,
You
would buy it.
Yeah.
So seems like this guy knew that I would sell literally anything as long as I was getting money. So you know what this guy did? Was like, Alan, I am offering you money for those shades.
Allah.
Guess what I did? Guess what Mandem did?
What did he do? You sold the shades. And he rocked them and showed off to the
I
girl.
sold the glasses
What?
to this guy,
Uh-huh.
and he paid me my money.
Yes.
Do you know what the guy did after he paid me my money?
He went to show off. Huh?
He did not go to show off.
Mm-hmm.
He called Agnes and he broke those those glasses right in front, of me.
you. Wow.
Oh my fucking goodness!
Wow.
I even used the F word.
What a puny. What a puny guy. What a puny guy.
I might have been the puny in that particular situation,
But he was more punier than you.
because I thought, oh my goodness,
Uh,
and that's how
yes.
that's how I stopped chasing at Agnes.
That's why you stopped being Anganosia. From a tender age, you stopped being Kenosia. The
That's-
Kenosia in you disappeared.
The Kinuthia in me probably died at that particular time. And whenever I look back at that particular story, it teaches me a lot of lessons
Yes.
that to date
Yeah.
I hold so dear to me. And I don't think I've ever told this, I've ever said this story anywhere. But I found that that very situation very, very fascinating. I honestly do not know where Agnes is right now.
Probably she's married
Probably.
with a few kids.
Probably. We never know. We cannot assume.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, that is sort of the guy,
Yes.
the man that I was when I was still in primary school.
Yes. But it seems you are a go-getter. Weren't you?
Yeah.
But you had this instinct of fending for yourself.
Yeah.
You were good in business. So you knew how to get your own money
I think
from a young age.
some of these things, yes, you could say I knew. But also this entrepreneurial skill or abilities got me in trouble.
Okay.
But how did they start? I remember did you do agriculture? You're a farmer now, but in primary
No,
school, did you do agriculture?
I never did agriculture.
Okay, so in primary school, when agriculture was being introduced to us, we put up a garden within the school because I went to a Catholic school, and Catholic schools in Uganda are known to have big parcels of land.
So even in Kenya, same thing.
So we cropped up a garden in the school for our agriculture project. And what we were growing was carrots. That was the time that there was a very big fuss about growing carrots in Uganda. And I remember the agriculture teacher. Basically, we were doing an experiment as we were learning. Because the concept was you till the garden, you prepare it, you plant seedlings, you mulch and everything. So we went through the whole process practically. And the final thing you have to do in agriculture, what is it?
This is what?
The final step in agriculture. Yes, what is it?
The final step is harvesting.
Harvesting and taking to the market.
Yes.
Exactly. And we were asked.
In fact, it's in the market.
Yes. Who is going to take this produce to the market? Guess what?
Alan raised his hand. The man.
The man himself.
Himself.
I raised my hand. And they were like, she knew my mom.
Yes.
She was like, are you sure? Yeah. At home, we weren't that badly off. So she was like, you sure? Your mom would be okay with this? And I'm like, I will take care of her.
Yes.
Just give me a deal. So I used to be sent home. I would always be sent to go buy the grocery. So I knew where I could take these carrots to sell them.
You had a place in mind.
Yeah, I had a place in mind.
This person will buy. Will definitely buy.
Exactly.
Hakuna kitu ataniambia ingine.
Hakuna kitu atanishow. So I went to these guys and told them, hey, you know what? I often come here to buy carrots, but I have carrots of my own. And everybody was like, really?
I'm now selling to you.
I'm now selling to you. And they're like, no, you're bluffing. So I'm like, okay, I will come with the produce.
Yes.
So I go to school and they give me a basket of carrots.
Yes.
I came to the market. I had anticipated to sell to one person, but one person was not able to buy all of them.
Okay.
And I think I sold to about 4 people.
4 people.
But by the time I convinced 4 people to buy, guess what? It was already night.
It was such a long day.
My mom is already looking for me.
She's wondering, where is this?
It was a school day. She has called school.
Yes.
She's told Alan already left school. Oh my goodness, pressure is up. I don't have a phone.
Yes.
To be called.
You're nowhere. She has no idea.
I am nowhere to be seen. So Monday is excited. I did sales and I have money in my pocket.
You had achieved that. You had made your achievement for the
I
day,
had a couple of carrots that were left, but I was so happy that I had made a sale. So I started walking home. And
excited.
From a community sort of space. When you're showering, your neighbors will know.
Yes.
When you're being beaten, your neighbors will know.
Your neighbors will definitely
when you're being looked for, like a gangster or like a rebel, your neighbors will know.
Everybody
so my neighbors knew Alan was being looked for, and it was not good at all.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So before I get home, everybody's like, today is your D-Day.
Utapenda
mkurugenzi.
Utapenda leo.
I hope mkurugenzi is not copyrighted, but I was told leo ni ile siku. I get home.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, my mom did not wait for it.
A slap.
She did not wait for it. She rained on me even before I explained myself. And the following morning we went together to school, and she's like, do you think I failed to feed this boy?
Okay, now she's
angry.
She's angry.
She's mad. Like she's lit up.
Yes.
But to some extent I would understand.
Yes.
I did try to understand her, but also to some extent I looked at it as a problem because you are killing a spirit.
Yeah, you are killing a spirit.
Yeah, you are killing a spirit that you are supposed to nurture.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.